Welcome back to another episode on... Okay. What coordinates connect? Sorry, it took me a minute. If you guys are liking these episodes, subscribe if you haven't already, like if you haven't already, comment if you already haven't already. I've done some YouTube shorts, and people are liking the YouTube shorts. Come on, and subscribing. I'm at 119. How's that? That's cool, right? But so when I'm an adult, when I go live streaming, when I'm an adult, I'm gonna tell you guys this. When I go live streaming, when I'm an adult, I'm gonna let you guys know this. My YouTube channel is still gonna be Andrew Dillingham Productions, because you guys are enjoying my content so far, because I'm a real YouTuber, and if you guys help me out, like if we get up to 3K subs, or how about this? In the future, when I still have my YouTube channel in the future, I'm collabing Saja Boys from K-Pop Demon Hunters on YouTube. Hey Saja Boys, if you're watching this video, like, comment, and if you already subscribed to me, that's good. I'm proud. And then I'm gonna let you know if there's any more coordinates, and I will do a special video for that, because I know this is episode 11 of What Coordinates Connect. So here's a story about the Titanic. So there were a lot of passengers in the Titanic. It's a sister ship of the Titanic. And you guys might remember what happened to the Titanic. So the propellers on the bottom of the ship. So there was a lifeboat with a person in it. One guy in it. I can't say he died from the Titanic, and let me tell you this, chat. The Titanic sank on its side. And if you guys remember the Titanic, when it snapped in half like this, the stern, and then I'm like, oh, how can I describe it? So I think the stern of the ship, or the bow, or the bow, or the bow ship sank first. If I'm mistaken or not, comment down below if you guys can help me. But there's other sister ships of the Titanic, but the Olympic, the Titanic, that is normally like, it's a famous cruise ship. No, it's a famous ship that sank. At the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, there are coordinates that lead to the Titanic, the wreckage of the Titanic, if you may say that. But if you guys are, if you want me to do another series of, if you guys want me to talk about, ships that sink, I know it's scary and terrifying, but I'm gonna do another series. My first series was coordinates that connect. What coordinates connect? Now we're going to be talking about, well, I'm still doing coordinates connect. Don't worry, I'm still doing coordinates connect. I'm still doing more episodes of it. But if you guys want me to explain how many people that died in the Titanic, everybody went down with the Titanic. I mean, it was terrifying to see the movie Titanic in 1997. It was so creepy seeing how the ship, like, how the ship, like, breaks in half, and then like, it just blows my mind seeing the Titanic go down with the passengers, and then the bottom of the ship, there were people, there were passengers on the bottom of the Titanic that were stuck, and they couldn't get out. And then now here's another movie, if you guys haven't already heard, the Titanic 666. You might think it's a very good Titanic movie, but in reality, the Titanic 666 is a horror movie. It's scary, and there's a 2010 Titanic, the replica, and then there's a Rise of the Titanic, which I watched on June of last month. If you guys are ready for more series like the what coordinates connect, or we can still do the we can still do the we can do a lot of I can do a lot of episodes for you guys, and then earlier on I can do like different different setups, like what I'm doing right now, like in my bedroom. You guys see, when my bedroom's rearranged, guys, you're gonna see I'm gonna be recording near my door. Not near, not over here anymore, but I'm just gonna record over here, where my bed is gonna be over here. My desk, my stand, my dresser is gonna be right beside my bed. My bed's gonna be right here. My TV stand's gonna be right here. So it's gonna be a big change for my bedroom, but you might see my recordings over here where my bed used to be at. So let me tell you this, guys. So the ships that sink, there are a few ships that don't fly. Like, from the Peter Pan movie, there's a ship that flies. No, not a spaceship. I mean like a general, a ship like sails in the water. That's what I mean, like a ship flies up in the air, not like a spacecraft or something like that. But there's a movie called Ghost Ship, and I'm kind of terrified of what I've heard about Ghost Ship, because I know that there were origin stories about Ghost Ship, if I'm not mistaken. But overall, there's 100% chance that if there's a ship that sinks in 2025, that would not be the Titanic, because the Titanic already sunk under the Atlantic Ocean, where the Titanic cannot rise back up, because how the Titanic is building pressure on the bottom, and the replica of the Titanic, which is not real. The Titanic sank, okay? But there's a movie called Rise of the Titanic. If you guys have heard of that movie, there was this guy who discovers how the Titanic was beneath the ocean. But, I, myself, my mom, she likes the Titanic, but not the Titanic 666, because I told you that earlier. I know it's scary, it's terrifying to think about Titanic 666. Okay, so I got an idea. Tomorrow I will tell you everything about the Titanic 666, and then you guys comment down below, what do you think? What would happen? Well, let me think. So the 2010 Titanic doesn't sink. I don't know why. But the actual Titanic that you guys have seen on the photos, like on the images on my channel, those photos of the Titanic, those real images of the Titanic are real. But the Titanic cannot, like, when it's beneath the water, like when it's, like, you know what I mean, when it's pressured, like beneath the water. Like the photos of the Titanic, it's when the Titanic is built up beneath the, like inside, like, no, not like, not in real life, but yeah, I wasn't creeped out of what the Titanic actually looked like when it was like in the water, but I've seen the Titanic outside the water, like sailing until there was an iceberg, and the crew members of the Titanic didn't turn the Titanic. The Titanic, she struck the iceberg, and soon the Titanic floods. And after that, the Titanic snaps in half. Then it goes beneath. It goes underneath. It goes inside. No, it goes in the Atlantic Ocean, where the resting place of the Titanic is. And the Titanic should not rise back up. Should not. Because when my mom and she used to watch the Titanic, I remembered seeing the actual Titanic, and then in real life, the Titanic is still under the Atlantic Ocean. And there's coordinates. I told you that the Titanic has coordinates where she's sunk, where she's under the, like, in the ocean floor of the Atlantic Ocean. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, because you're gonna see a lot of videos by your famous YouTuber Andrew Dillingham Productions. Catch you later, guys. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below.